Good evening and welcome to City News. I'm Nakhavoly live at Exhibition Place, where thousands have come out for the return of the Honda Indy after it was canceled for the last 2 years due to the pandemic. Now, this is day 2 of racing, where it was a pretty loud day here as drivers were looking to qualify for tomorrow's big race. The sights, the sounds, and the smell.
The smell of gas.
There's something about that
Something
smell
about it.
burning.
Of the Honda Indy is back.
What does it mean for you to see this event back here in Toronto after 2 years of not having it here?
Awesome.
It's nice to be out and actually seeing people interacting with each other as well, you know, and having a good time.
Well, it's the energy, it's the adrenaline, and also their skills, which I don't have.
A lot of us don't. These are the pros, right?
Yes, so I thought I'd dress like a pro.
It's the first time the Indy Series has made its way north of the border since 2019. Some race fans have been eagerly waiting this return, having bought tickets years ago.
I actually had tickets from 2 years ago, and then they canceled and they got postponed. So I was really looking forward to it. A lot of pent-up excitement.
We bought our tickets in November of 2019, so it's also good just to use them.
Race fans had a chance not only to see cars flying at the speed of 200 miles per hour, but also had the opportunity to receive a COVID-19 vaccine. TPH workers on site say about 100 people received the jab here yesterday and about 50 so far by the afternoon. This man happy to get his 4th dose.
Really quick, really fast, and didn't know it was here, but glad it was.
Yeah. And today you brought your friends along.
Yes. Well, I met up with them here, and then, yeah, I brought them to the vaccine clinic too.
As the race car drivers look for their shot into tomorrow's big race, they first have to get past the qualifiers today. Indy officials say today's race brings with it some storylines for fans.
We have a lot of drama coming off the Mid-Ohio weekend for the NGT IndyCar Series. It seemed for whatever reasons, teammates were colliding. It was a very competitive race, and we're going to see what's going to happen here in Toronto.
But storylines aside, there are unique challenges that drivers face as they push the pedal to the metal here in Toronto.
If you think about the asphalt, the Canadian winters, there's some concrete mixed into the surface. It's just very technical for these guys. And, you know, even though the track's built the same way, you know, every year, and still the same layout, the winters and all the other stuff that goes into it make it different. And
now, tomorrow's Honda Indy will be the accumulation of 3 days of racing. The Arkells, they have been named the Grand Marshal for tomorrow, which means they get to say some pretty famous words. Drivers, start your engines. Now, the big race starts tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Now, here's more from the qualifiers, some of the results from earlier today.
Qualifying underway for the first Honda Indy Toronto since 2019, and early in qualifying, Pato O'Ward, 5th in the IndyCar standings, trying to advance out of Group 1, but he touches the wall on his final corner as he fails to advance and will start near the back of the grid. Meanwhile, Toronto native Devlin DiFrancesco doing well until his tires lock up as he heads into the barricade, as he will start 12th in his home race. Final round, Colton Herta jumps to the front of the pack with his final lap. So Scott Dixon, the only driver who can knock him off pole position, but the 6-time IndyCar champion comes up just short as Herta claims his 2nd pole of the season and will start at the top of the grid.